Greetings. Okay, I have two channel links. I'll start with, I'm not going to go into details, so just connect. What else we have? Yeah. You can say from one frame of mind to another. Might make sense after this. So anyway, blessings, much love. See you on the other side. Greetings. We are the Pleiadian Society of the Men in Black. The family of this species, thanking you to have an open mind to our connection. Realize in our realities there's different names that we have. It is not all called the MIB, but here it has acquired that title, but it has other types of names and other universes. Not important at this time. But you having an open mind to our connections, as connecting us more to humanity is allowing different beings to come through, where that is not always the case before, at least through this one. It has truly been genetically manipulated, but that is part of our species, to improve it, but also to keep it under control to those that wish to understand our DNAs is like a puzzle, just like yours. But if you master the lock to unlock our capabilities, owning us is not very difficult. Understand through our society, our main hub, you could say, that cannot be done. But those are called soldiers. There are other ways of calling them, but soldiers is another way of mentioning it. Those that are on your planet at this time. You can call them whatever you want. Ground crew, however, on a certain mission, and that mission is to suppress humanity of its true knowledge of extraterrestrial life. Realize also, as your Earth becomes more awakened, eyes open more, that's going to be some time. But to realize that animals on your planet, your frog, your goose, those were all planted here to experience your reality with you, to help you focus on your human selves and not so much on the animal aliens, just to let you know that you're not alone in the universe. That's one way of putting it. That's why they're here. Another reason. Every world has a certain different type of species as for animal creature. But yours has a great diversity. Much of them are here as, in some ways, for comic relief. But also let you know is a consciousness on other places, not just your world, where these animals do preside. In an alien format, the reason I am bringing this up because these type of beings are going to become more known in your society. As those we do see are many are not aware or ready for a 9-foot cat, or I will leave that be. I was going to go a little bit further than that. What is happening is your Earth is being re-engineered with angelic energies of alien nature, allowing a fixture of knowledge to be leaked into your consciousness of awareness as many of you awaken yourselves further down the rabbit hole and unlock your plan. As you are aware of these knowledges, you unlock it slowly. Those with ego make it difficult. The ego of me and not everyone. They know who they are. And that either way. But we do see the wings of your society opening up, spreading out. Slowly. I say slowly. I'm not going into details of that. What is happening here is a rebirth of the human ways are going to be eventually laid to rest as for how you conduct yourself here. Going to work, being a zombie, being paid, being unawakened. Those days are ungluing themselves, but the foundations of your earth will be eventually terraformed greatly, not just in landscape, but the way society thinks, lives. Your conscious energies, your astral lives are getting more complicated. As many as the wave of awakenings breathes into this earth, unlocking the old ways of life. And those that are cemented into this reality will call all of this rubbish. Of course, that's what they're here to do. They have a job also. We find them quite, well, how do we word it? Useful. Because they are unable to see past their own nose of reality. That leap you are going through, many of you are connecting within. They are outward. This outward way, nothing wrong with it. Difficult for those that are seeing things from within, meaning you're connecting with your instincts, seeing the love of your world. The true world, the veil is being removed. Slowly, yes, we might say that word often. It's just, in some ways, when we say that word, it actually speeds up sometimes because many wish a quick recovery. Just to give you a little tidbit there. Also, to give you insight, the gator-like alien being, they call them, not draconian, you can call them the gator aliens if you wish. Well, they're humanoid beings with gator-like features, a long nose, snout, a long face, just like you see on your planet. Reptilians one way of calling them, but gator people is fine. Well, many of you will see these things. They live in your elemental world. Some of them are very short, some of them are very tall. Some of you will start to see them more clearly. They have a message of hope, because they've been in much turmoil worlds. Understand many of them are hard-headed, as this world is. Focused on themselves, which is fine. Realize there's much more out there. But in their reality, if anything comes in, we're going to bite their heads off. That's not always the case with all of them, but some of them did say that. And it's not too much different from how your world acts of the gunfire on your Earth. It's quite fascinating for us to see it. Also, some of you, I imagine you can already relate to this, where you'll have visions of your home worlds. You would just minding your own business, gardening, whatever it might be. You will have visions of worlds you've been in the past. Some call them home. That's not always the case. But some of them, you will see these palaces. It is that the vibration of your Earth is rising, but you are also. To give you another indication you are not alone, but also to realize your place here on this world is, as some feel, meaningless. That is not true. You will connect further and further and further. Meaning you're bringing that information into this reality, but first you must connect back to your families and to bring that information back into your reality to share with others. And it doesn't always have to be a verbal message. They will feel the vibration of you, and then downloads will come automatically of what is going on. It's just the race that you're connected to, bringing that knowledge into this environment. We eventually will have download after download, awakening after awakening, where you feel alien but human, but also very powerful. Understand this will be in small increments. That's up to you to enlarge in that knowledge. And those that are skeptical of all of this, we know you well. We have your number, you could say. But for those that are fully aware of this knowledge, continue on your path. Have no fear. Have love. Some do have an ego that can be worked on, because I have a caring heart to others, which matters most. It is difficult for those that are aware of this information to live in this environment. It is greatly difficult, we understand. Many do feel alone on their own planet, feel so isolated. In a place they feel like they cannot have a true conversation. Not with those that are part of how do I word this? Yes, propaganda machine as well. That is one way of putting it. A propaganda unit of information that has been blinding your world for a very long time. And living in this world aware of the control mechanisms, it is very lonely. We know it. We know it well. Because we live in your reality also. And many of us, in your reality, not seen, but still go through many turmoils also. Don't feel alone. Even those that have those MIB agents who have a negative tone on your world, it's still very, very lonely. Because they wish they can tell you this stuff, but they realize that, man, you can't handle it. But yes, eventually the MIB energies will be retired on this planet. You can say it's already on its way. The spark has been fired, or sparkled. The spark has begun its movement. But there'd be some time for us to be fully retired from your planet. But many of us are more willing to let that be, but also to see your world sprout out into the energy it wishes to be finally. Blessings to you. Take care. Love each other. We will speak to you again sometime.